Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Commute. This is episode 26 of The Commute. Today, we're talking about copyright and how it's... Let me turn on my headlights. And how it's stupid, basically. So, copyright, especially on YouTube, is a bit kind of nasty. So, in my opinion, copyright is one of those things. Copyright law, or copyright as a concept, is one of those things that started out as a good thing and then became really bad. Like PETA, for instance. Let's protect animals. Now let's just be a super villainous organization. Copyright is basically the same thing. It was meant to protect original creators of original content so that people wouldn't steal it and represent it as their own, which would be false and bad for the original creators because it could mess with their income from that original content. Like, to me, that's the basis of copyright and how it's supposed to work when it's being used for good. But more often than not, copyright for the most part benefits corporations and kind of bully organizations where organizations, corporations will copyright and trademark a whole bunch of stuff so that basically no one else can use it, even if they don't plan on using it. I don't know if you ever have heard about this, but McDonald's trademarked a whole bunch of stuff, and then in some European country, I can't remember if it was Switzerland or Sweden, they basically trademarked a whole bunch of things that started with Mick so that no one else could use that, and that wasn't good for a smaller business, smaller chain in that country, and they said, no, this isn't cool, this is copyright bullying. This is choking the market and making it hard for us to run our own business because they're basically saying we're stealing their stuff when this is just a name that they're not even using. So there was a whole battle. They lost the legal battle, and the smaller company was allowed to keep their name, and McDonald's lost. And to me, that's a good thing. Other things is, other times when copyright is not so good is when it comes to things like music. Like, so for instance, when someone makes a YouTube video and they use a song, but they don't have ads on it and they're not making any profits from it, I would argue no matter what song you're using, that's fair use. And just to try and take that video down because you're the copyright holder of the one song used in the video or one of several songs used in the video, I feel like that is... Oh, the camera's tilted. Why don't you guys say anything? I feel like that's an overreach in terms of legal rights. I mean, sure, it's your legal right to say, you're not allowed to use this song without our permission, but if you're not making money off of it, it really should just be fair use. Especially because, if I were to make a cool vlog and at some point I were to try and use Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, there's a good chance I could get a copyright strike, which is lame. Or here's another good one. So with Disney and Nintendo, if you ever make a Let's Play or do anything with Star Wars or this, that, and the other where it uses the music, your videos can just get blocked, make it impossible for people to see it. Your videos won't show up in search algorithms or whatever. It won't come up in people's recommendeds or subscription boxes or whatever the consequences are. And I think that's kind of stupid because for the most part, companies like Disney, for instance, they just have the copyright stuff because they just bought a bunch of crap. There we go. I don't think that just because you bought the rights to something, you can just say, all right, now anyone that has a YouTube video with the Star Wars theme in it basically is Hitler and they should have their videos taken down and be sued. It's no. I think that's dumb. And Nintendo, apparently, if you do a Let's Play in some of their games or whatever, and they don't like it, they can just have your videos taken down and possibly give you a copyright strike. That's... Ugh. Here's my thing. If you guys want to use my stuff, or anyone's stuff, I feel like the number one minimum is that you should just do what you were taught in school and cite your sources. Don't represent the stuff as your own, and if you do plan on making money off of it, make sure it's fair use in the sense that it's not the centric element of the video. But if someone else's content does make up a large amount of your video, get permission from the copyright holder. Sure, that's fine. and if you have to, get a license to use it. But I feel like since most of my videos don't require licenses and this, that, and the other, I mostly use like copyright-free stuff, royalty-free stuff, or I use Epidemic sound music, so I don't have to worry about that. So if I were to make one video that used music composed by John Williams from Jurassic Park or Star Wars, I would just turn off ad revenue and say, I don't want to make money off of this, I just want to show people a cool video. I should be able to do that without having my video get taken down. Or like, for instance, if I wanted to make a film and make it be like a car film and have a bunch of like car logos in it, like Subarus and this, that, and the other, and Nissans, BMWs, all that sort of stuff, and make money off of it, I shouldn't get my video get taken down because I didn't get permission from the car manufacturers. That's also pretty dumb, because cars are too commonplace, and sometimes I can't control what cars are on the streets when I'm filming. So basically, in my opinion, I'm not reading a script or anything, so I can't really say this very eloquently, but copyright law, right now, corporations have the legal right to basically be a-holes. But so copyright kind of needs to be amended and improved to be better for the little guy, because for people like me and ordinary people, we don't really benefit from copyright that much. And it's almost impossible to navigate because you don't know which corporations are going to be bullies. You know, which copyright holders are going to be jerks and abuse their power, basically. It's a mad world. Like, I don't know if you guys know this or remember this, but it's not a thing anymore. You can't. There used to be a thing where you could go to youtube.com/music policies or whatever, and you could check to see what the copyright status was of a certain song and see what would happen if you included it in a video, so that you would know which videos would get blocked and this, that, and the other. And a lot of times when you'd look up a song, it would say blocked in 500 or 700 something countries, and I'm like, wait a minute, how many countries are there on the planet? And basically, YouTube was saying this song would get your video blocked in more countries than there are in existence. And you'd be like, well, what? So you couldn't watch it on the moon or Mars because it's not allowed there too? It was weird, but oh well. Copyright. Frick copyright.